Hi, good morning. Hello, everyone. Good morning. I'm Meena, and welcome to our Skillax webinar. We're going to discuss a topic tips of how you can ace a Skype interview. It's something which I think many of you are very familiar with. But given the times, I suppose that is one of the medium or methods that the interviews are going to be happening in the future. I hope you're all doing well. We are under lockdown, yes, and we have many travel restrictions, but the lockdown is only for us physically. We have can unlock so many possibilities and opportunities that are there around us. Maybe a lockdown of this kind a few years back would have been stressful, but today with technology and the kind of connectivity we have, there are myriad opportunities for us, just like this webinar that we are doing. Now, companies all across the world are going on to this online interview mode for a very long time now. Reasons are many for it. You don't have to travel. You can still connect with the person. Our connectivity is so good that it's almost like meeting a person face to face. And you are able to get all the necessary details that an employer requires about an employee. So this is then not something new, and it is a very simple and effective way to do. And what you need to know about the method is a simple things like you've already done on interviews. You all know about it. You can also watch the videos that we have on Skillax YouTube channel. Most important, many of you who are probably a part of our family are already are students, and maybe you've got offer letters or you're waiting for an offer letter. You can be sure that your interview is going to be an online interview. Now, the company will then send you details of whether the interview is going to be on Skype or whether it's going to be on Zoom or any other platform. So, what is the most important thing once you know that your interview is going to be online? Just like all other interviews, first of all, since it's a technology thing, you need to first of all use the platform. If you have never used Skype or Zoom or or any other platform that the company is asked you to join from, you need to download it, get familiar with it, so that on the day of the interview, you're not running into any trouble. You're not getting nervous, you're not getting caught unawares, and there are no other glitches. So, first of all, download the software and start getting familiar with all its functionalities so that you really know how to use it and you are feeling comfortable about the use of the platform. In this webinar, then, let's divide online interviews into three parts: what you should do before the preparation, what you should do during, and what you should be doing after an online interview. So at the very outset, once you have either a Skype or a Zoom decided for the interview, create a very professional ID. Why I say this is because we have encountered people, youngsters who have got emails like cool girl and smart boy and 007. Now that's not very professional. So create a very professional ID which sends out the first impression about you. Have a photograph which is also very professional, something which in which you look formal and you look smart. Next, uh, got some papers flying around here. I'm just trying to remember all the points. The next thing is try and use your laptop to do the interview. The reason I'm saying this is because the screen is large. If you're going to be using your iPhone or your mobile phone, the screen is very small and you will not be able to see the interviewer properly, nor will you be able to understand the things that you're saying. So it's more clear for you. So use a large screen. So laptop would be ideal. Test everything. Test the camera, test the sound, test how you come across on the screen, test everything possible on it, all the kind of functionalities like I mentioned before. Test everything and do multiple checks so that you are absolutely comfortable. Next, It will be great for you to do a run with your friend or a family member so that you have a mock interview session with your friend. Now, this friend could probably ask you even the question. So, you are also getting a chance to listen in to the kind of responses that you are going to be making. That will help you to practice. And we all know practice makes perfect. Now, another small detail in this is now you are going to be sitting down at a place. Obviously, because this is an online interview, you need to be sitting at a place which is quiet. So, the location that you select to sit down for the interview is very, very important. Let it be a quiet place. Inform all your family members or other people in the house that you are going to be attending an interview from a particular time to a particular time. Therefore, they will also try to see that there are no unnecessary disturbances or interruptions while you are taking the call. It is also important that you log off from all other media. That is, switch off your cell phone, keep it away from you, or keep it in another room, or even if it's next to you, keep it on a silent mode so that there are no distractions of that. In the location, like you're seeing behind me, try as far as possible to keep it more blank. The reason I'm saying is then the focus is on your face and it's not on the objects that you are probably seeing behind me. So I hope that's not distracting you. Keep the background as basic and as simple as possible. Sit comfortably on a chair and sit at a table so that you are at a eye level to the monitor. Now, the background, if it's white, it will be good because it will give a kind of a brightness to the whole setting. Sit facing a light source. If it's a natural light, it is the ideal thing. But if not, try and sit facing a light source so that a number of shadows that are formed on your face are less. The interviewer will definitely be doing the same because they've been doing it for, they've been more practiced in this. When you do your test run, practice almost everything as it is you require for a regular interview. That means you should have done your research, just like you would do for a regular interview. Your research about the company, what do they do, what are the kind of products they have, if that's what they work in, anything and everything that you need about the company, you should know. Because that will also help you in maybe asking the right questions to the interviewer. Now, that is sending out a good kind of a idea about who you are, and it also shows that you're a person who is made the effort and that you're really keen on getting this job. So I've mentioned about location, lighting, the background. Next, we come to clothing. I've also mentioned about the research that you should do. The next is clothing or the way you groom yourself. Everybody knows impressions are made at the outset, and but you have got the opportunity, of course, to make those changes. But for an interview or a Skype interview, any online interview, wear something which is neutral. That is maybe some light shades, maybe blue, gray, or so. Basically, try and avoid clothes which have got too many colors or too many things happening on them. Keep it simple and so that you look elegant and smart. Now, Anand Mahindra very recently tweeted saying that he does many of nowadays. We are all doing a lot on online work, right? We're discussing. So meetings are happening online, webinars are happening. So one of the things is he has mentioned that he wears a lungi. He wears a shirt, but he wears a lungi. It may be okay for Anand Mahindra to do that, but maybe for yourself and maybe even for me, dress smart, dress completely so that you feel confident. Now, a dress will where you how the way you clothe yourself, the way you groom yourself will increase your what do you call it, confidence level. So that is an add-on for you. So please focus on that too. Another very important tip on we are using technology, we are talking about power, we are talking about network. And so what happens is you must have a plan option B. Second, suppose one of the worst scenarios that could happen is you could lose connectivity or there could be something wrong, your laptop may go off. Then what you should have done is this is something you should have planned beforehand. Ask request the person who has called you for the interview, the interviewer, that in case of a problem like that or an emergency like this, that you will make a telephone call. So is there a number that you can call? So that's your plan B. So you're already ready with the next plan in case there is a power failure or any other issue that comes up. The other is, now you are almost ready with everything that is superficially to be done. You have your clothes ready, you have your location, you have kept away your mobile phone and all other things which may distract you. You've informed your family, you've selected the place, and you're ready for it. And on the day of the interview, what should you do? Again, 10 to 15 minutes prior, try and check out all the functionalities of the platform that you're using. That will help you to again understand everything is working in place. The camera is on, lights are fine, you are looking pleasant, everything is there. Now, one very important tip is we have this habit of looking at ourselves. If you've seen the Skype, you can see yourself also on the side. There is a tendency amongst all of us to look at what is happening on how we are looking on the screen. That is something which you should really avoid. So look clearly at the camera, focus on the person so that the interviewer knows that you are actually looking at him or her, so that there is an eye contact that is being made. Focus on the person, prepare all your functions, see that your systems are ready and ready to go. And at the time, wait for the interviewer, because he or she is the person who's invited you for the interview call. Wait for them to, they will probably send you a chat saying, hello, so and so, are you ready? So immediately respond very politely, yes, sir, or yes, ma'am, I'm ready, I'm here. The minute the camera comes on and the person wishes you, smile and say good morning or good afternoon, whatever is the time of day. Wish them, greet them, and if they are asking you a question as how are you or how are you doing, please respond in kind. Respond with your answer saying yes, I'm fine, thank you, sir, or thank you, ma'am, and also ask, sir, how are you doing, or ma'am, how are you doing? That is a way of starting a conversation, and also to keep that connect between the interviewer and you. They will definitely try to make you comfortable, so you don't have to get agitated about it. Now, one very big advantage about a Skype call, unlike a face to face, is that you can have some notes beside you. So it helps you and guides you in the answers and the responses that you have to give, which is a very big plus. At least I think so. So after you've tested and you have greeted the person, one second, they will ask you your questions and you need to respond to the questions. If you have prepared well with your friend or with a family member, you will be really ready for all the questions that they are asking. Now, another issue with a call which is online is that you may or may not be able to hear the conversation or the question that is being asked. Now, that doesn't mean you make a strange face or you say, huh. So you say, excuse me, ma'am, I did not get that question. Can you please repeat it? And they will definitely respond. They will ask you the question once again. Similarly, when you are giving your answers, try and make your answers brief, short, crisp, and speak slow, so that you are sure that the person is able to understand or hear you well, and also from their reaction you will be able to understand whether they are getting the points that you are expressing. Whatever you are saying is being understood and is being heard. Once the conversation is on and your interview is going well, focus just on that, respond to the questions. Also have in mind that you need to also ask. All interviewers will ask you finally at the end of it, is there something that you would like to know? Now, if you have done your research well, if you have studied about the company, if you know, you've done a lot of reading about them, you may have a couple of questions. Your questions could be about the company or what they are doing, or it could be about the kind of job that you have to do. What is your role? Or something along the questions that they have asked. So, asking a question actually sends a good signal. But what you ask is paramount. So, be well prepared with that. That is, I think, during the schedule. Now, while you are closing the conversation, the interview will ask you if there is anything else that you would like to ask. If you've already completed asking your questions and you have heard to their responses, it will be closing time. The interviewer then say, then it was nice talking to you. So immediately, sir, say, and thank you for this opportunity. I hope I will hear from you. I am really looking forward to joining your company. Or words along those lines. Again, wish them, thank them for this opportunity, and wait for them to log off before you log. That is the polite thing to do. Once they have logged out, we come to the last phase of our interview. Now, just because your online interview is over, though it's not complete. You need to send an email to the person thanking them for the opportunity that they have given them, thanking them for the time that they've taken to interview you, and also after a few days, maybe send up a follow up mail to know more about whether you are getting an opportunity with them or not. I hope you have sort of understood what Skype interview is all about. Today's youngsters, most of you are using different kinds of media to connect with people. The only difference between an interview, an online interview, and any other call is that since you're not talking or chatting to a friend or a family member, remember that how you speak, how you sit, the words you use, the pleasantness with which, and the enthusiasm and confidence with which you speak send very big signals. Just as your being well prepared with everything beforehand will give you confidence, use everything on hand to make it a pleasant and good kind of a occasion. I'm I think I have mentioned most of the things that are there on a Skype call. So I hope this was of use to you, that you will benefit, you will make use of the tips that we have mentioned, and that it will be of assistance to you in the next job or online interview that you're getting. I sincerely hope that you will ace any interview that you have to take online. The very best to each one of you. Please make use of, as I mentioned earlier, this lockdown period is an excellent opportunity for us to learn a lot more. And there is so much of information that we can study, whether it is studying courses or connecting with people. So I wish you the very best. Stay safe and stay positive. Thank you. Is there any questions? If anybody has, I'm ready to answer. Is there any question about either the Skype call or anything else? We would love it if you would join us for our future webinars too. Any suggestions that you have for topics that you would like to to talk about, that could be something that you could just put it in the comments and we will definitely address them. So then, thank you very much. Hope you're all safe. Stay, stay calm, and be positive. Thank you. Good luck to each of you. So bye for now, and I'll meet you some next time when we do the webinar. Please send in your suggestions for topics that you would like to discuss. Bye.